Hello again. Today I'm talking about another math resource, and that is MathUSee. And I've got to say, initially I wasn't going to talk about MathUSee at all because we don't use it anymore. I literally have, I think, all of the MathUSees, and I'm going to go and show you some of the MathUSees from the beginning up until high school, but we don't use them anymore. So why, do you ask, would this be considered a favorite resource? Well, I was trolling my own Instagram the other day and scrolling all the way back 5 years ago, and I saw a picture of my littles in this very room, and the now 7-year-old, oh, it has to be more than 5 years, the now 7-year-old was 17 months, and I was so excited about he was doing MathUSee with everybody else, and then it dawned on me, I do think that there's some very foundational things that MathUSee provided. So I'll show you the pictures of them because they're smushy and gushy and little itty and cute. I mean, I know I'm biased, but they were adorable little MathUSee working guys a few years ago. So I do think it provided a great foundation for their number sense. So I want to show you. Again, MathUSee is the resource. It is a mastery-based, hands-on, manipulative-heavy math program, complete math program. So first and foremost, the biggest deal with MathUSee are the manipulatives. And they come in a wooden box if you order them, but I got this box from Walmart. There's the tag on it. I got this box from Walmart. I like how it stores a good deal of them. I have a couple of sets of manipulatives because, again, 4 kids at a time. I got tired of not having enough of a certain number, and I got them used over time. So yeah, so the manipulatives are these kind of numbered blocks, and you might have been familiar with Cuisenaire blocks from when we were in school. I'm almost 40. We had Cuisenaire blocks and the counting blocks. They come in a lot of different things, but these are unique in that it doesn't just come in units of 5. It comes in multiples of 5, rather. It comes in 1 through 10 and then a 100. So here's a 1. 1 is green. 2 is nowhere to be found. Oh, orange. 3 is pink. I think you get the point. So anyway, they use these manipulatives in the very beginning, in the primer or the alpha. They go by the Greek letters, alpha, beta, gamma, all of that. That's their courses. And they use these to help teach. So very simplified, but basically 3 plus 2 together equals 5. And it's mastery, which is in large part why I think we don't use it anymore. But again, it dawned on me just last night, we don't use it because it provided such a good foundation for my kids in the beginning. They get number sense. They get what the numbers actually mean. So while, I have friends who use it all the way through elementary. I don't know anyone personally who uses it for high school, but I know that they go from alpha to zeta and pretty much do all of elementary up to about 6th or 7th grade, even some into middle school, and they really enjoy it. But not us. But I want to tell you about it for those of you with littles and those of you even with older kids that haven't had that chance to get the number sense really ingrained. So what it is, they have a DVD. You can also do the online videos that you can order a subscription and watch the video lessons online. There's a guy, Mr. Dim, and if I can find the picture, I'll post it here. I saw him at the Texas Homeschool Coalition conference a few years ago, and I was totally fangirling. And yeah, you might be a homeschool mom if you get excited about curriculum publishers. Anyway, this guy, a lot of moms, in the way that I used it, we learned right alongside. I would watch this because I'm not that organized and I don't prepare in advance quite enough. So I would watch this while the kids watched it, and then we would go together. And this is the thing I think that was frustrating for my kids. You do a whole year, an entire year, a whole entire section is dedicated to one skill. You might have a couple of other concepts sprinkled in just barely, but for the most part, when you finish alpha, you will know single digit addition and subtraction. That's it. I will show you. We have the workbook still. Again, workbook what has been abandoned because we didn't do it all, but at the end of the workbook, you have some clock stuff, which I'm going to show you the clock, but you're still doing very basic word problems and subtraction, single digit addition and subtraction. No joke. The whole rest of this book, the entire book, is single digit addition and subtraction with a few clocks. It's not kind of telling time, but it's really just understanding the units of time. And I'll show you this. This is a little fold out that comes with Alpha. This is a clock, and the kids visually put the 5 blocks on here. This is the 5, so they can see that in between is 5 minutes. So you can kind of see, and then they have, it would help if I had this straight. So this is 12, 2 and 10, 1, 2, 3, 4. So you can go and build the whole entire clock. I might do that and then, or have a kid do that and take a picture later and drop that right there. But it is very, if you have a struggling learner or just a learner who doesn't work in the abstracts, this is great. Or one little bitties, because I don't think just by way of probability and statistics that all of my kids are good with abstract concepts. I think that I probably had 1 or 2 or maybe more that would not have been if we wouldn't have laid the foundation. So while I have it out, I got tired of reaching in the big box for everybody, so I would sort out when we were using these. I would sort these out into little pencil pouches from the dollar store, and so yeah, so each kid didn't have to fight over the 6 block. They had one in their bag. So again, alpha is addition and subtraction. Beta goes into multiple digit multiplication. Oh no, I'm lying. Multiple digit addition and subtraction. Again, a whole year dedicated just to, at the end of the year, you are just now getting to, you see that? Yeah. Anyway, we still will go, how we use it is not clearly, because they're intact, pretty much good used condition. We will go and reference a video from time to time. If my kids are like looking at me like they're not catching something, like, hold on, let's go talk to this student, Mr. Dim, Mr. Steve Dim, and see what he has to say. And he will go through the lesson, and then we will get it, because I don't always know how to explain things. Again, they go all the way up through multiplication. They have fractions, so when you get to fractions, the fraction manipulatives look like thus, like so. Bam, you can cut these in. You kind of, I guess you can get the point, that you can physically hold and think about fractions. The kids, when we would use it, I would save these as special learning time. So I wouldn't let them just play with them anytime, partly so that we would have them when we actually want to use them. And also it made it exciting when I pulled these out. So they were like, yay, we get to build big towers with the hundreds block. And yeah, so that's another tip for littles. If you have something special or something that you want them to pay attention to, make it off limits until it's time to actually use it, so it will be special when it's time to use it. Let me see what else. Oh, they go up to high school. We've not used it, but when I see curriculum used and on a good sale, I just get excited. I'm like, I need to get it, and I might use it later, maybe. It's not a good habit. I'm not recommending it. I am not recommending it, but alas, I do it. So I just want to show you, they go up to stewardship. They have geometry, and it says a biblical approach to personal finance. That said, this is a Christian publishing company. Honestly, until you get to stewardship, I wouldn't know it. I like using Christian curriculum. I believe that my faith is integral and intertwined in every single aspect of my life. But that said, if you happen to not be Christian or want to use a secular Christian curriculum, I would not have known that it's not a secular curriculum company until you get to stewardship. Again, comes with a DVD, or you can get the apps. There's an app that has the manipulatives on it as well, which I don't like it as much as the actual physical blocks, because they're actual physical blocks, but you get the point. So yep, MathUSee, hands-on curriculum. Favorite homeschool resource number, I don't know, and I guess I'll show you these because I stuck these in the same thing. These I got from probably Mardell. You can get them anywhere, but you don't have to get MathUSee to get some physical curriculum. This is a whole. This is 1/5. This is, oh, even better. 1/4 is the same as 3/12. Yeah. So something about physically seeing stuff, we do use these. When the kids are struggling with them, like, pull out the fraction thingamabobs, the foam fraction things, because it really does help. And when you have a smaller number of students that you're responsible for, you have the ability to slow down and say, you know what, I'm not going to race through this concept. If you don't get it, let me go ahead and give it to you and go through it in a way that you can feel and see and understand. So that's it. Again, I will put pictures up, and if you want to follow my Instagram, I apparently have been posting about homeschooling and my kids for longer than I can remember, because I had a lot of stuff, and it's honestly mostly my kids and mostly homeschooling stuff. So I'm Work at Home Mom Guide. That's WAHM Guide.com on Instagram for mostly homeschool stuff. And like, share, subscribe. If you have any questions or any suggested resources for me, no joke, I'm not kidding, put it in the comments. Like, comment below, please. I will answer there. That's the best place to reach me about this kind of stuff. So thanks, guys. I will talk to you tomorrow.